Good morning, legendary souls. Welcome back to Unconventional Counseling. I am so glad you're here. Today, we're talking about the Pisces full moon. This full moon is a lunar eclipse at 15 degrees and 22 minutes of Pisces. And at the time that this eclipse is exact, it will be transiting our collective fourth house. So this full moon may give lots of Cancerian vibes in a way. The fourth house is about home, family, ancestry. All Cancerian things. With this full moon conjunct our north node in Pisces, we're mostly thinking about and feeling into the hopes and wishes that we had for our family life as kids, the homes that we attempted to create as adults that maybe no longer served us or fell apart in some way. And we're diving deep into grief states. As new opportunities and connections arise in our lives, we're being reminded of the times that we didn't get our needs met. This full moon lunar eclipse, one of its major themes is about unmet childhood needs. So there are lots of feelings that may come up. You may feel worried and anxious. You may feel vulnerable and self-conscious. You may feel a lot of pain in your physical body or emotionally. You might also feel pissed. You might be pissed at the visceral realization of how long you have waited to be seen and to be heard and to be taken seriously. You might want to tear something down and give into any destructive tendencies that arise. If this resonates for you and your instinct is to hurt yourself, I just want to tell you that I acknowledge what you're feeling. I know that the feelings that you're feeling are intense, they're big, they're overwhelming, and your instinct at its core is to release some of this tension and pain in your body the best way that you know how. Unfortunately, if you have a history of self-harm, it might be the first thing that you think of when you're feeling very overwhelmed. I am not here to admonish you or shame you or to tell you that you shouldn't be doing something, because that instinct is strong and it can be very hard to fight it. But what I want to talk to you about is when you're on the other side of it, when the overwhelm has subsided, when the panic attack has passed, when you're feeling more regulated. Can you do something kind for your self-love? Can you put together an outfit that expresses how you feel, that you feel really cute in? Can you take a bath and deck it out with essential oils or with candles or with good smells in your bubble bath? Can you spend a good chunk of time around in a natural body of water soon? Can you go on a hike or go for a walk in a naturescape? Can you give yourself a few minutes of meditation or creativity, or indulge in more time in your meditation or your creativity or your movement than you typically do? We want to honor all of your many big feelings because they have so much wisdom. They're just speaking a different language than what we're typically used to listening to because of what our society values. But to not get your needs met as a child can contribute to those core wounds that we wrestle with well into our adulthood. These are fears of abandonment and wounds of betrayal, feelings of not enoughness or feelings of being too much. Because as a kid, we try to the best of our ability to make sense of why our needs aren't being met. We either say that it's because other people couldn't do it, or we say it's because we weren't worthy of it or deserving of it in some way. This is core wound stuff. This is deep. This is stuff that sometimes isn't verbal. It is hard to process verbally and logically. It is deeply emotional. It is energetic. And sometimes it gets very stuck in our bodies. There's a lot of unspoken shit that kids experience. And when our sun and our moon transit Virgo and Pisces, we tend to feel that unspoken shit in our bodies, in our bones, and in our emotional states, and in our mental bodies, and the things that we're thinking about, the things that we're dreaming about. It will likely feel like you're a fish out of water in some environments that you felt just fine in just a few weeks ago over this next while. This next probably 2 weeks, I'll say. You may be feeling yourself drawing more inward and needing to reduce stimuli from other people and especially from social media, just so that you can kind of come back to your own center. But concurrently, this other thing will be happening. You're going to start to notice the people and the places that line up with you, that have care and understanding to offer you, that accept you as you are, however you are, and that are just purely curious about you. These dreamy, romantic, juicy, hopeful, and attuned connections might feel like a life raft out of some really dark spaces that you might fall into or that you might willingly enter into this week. And I say willingly because now that you know some of the stuff that's coming up for this Pisces full moon, maybe you're even feeling it, you might choose to do shadow work. That's when we willingly enter into the dark spaces. So, I need you to pack your spiritual bag for the next while. You're going on a beach day adventure of sorts. Bring your floaties, bring your sunscreen, pack a snack and a lunch. I want you to bring your water and a juice box. I want you to bring a towel, your headphones, your fully charged phone, a hammock, a hoodie, a blanket, and a book. You're going to need it all because you're going to be out adventuring for a little while. It's going to feel like you're moving through the wilderness at some points. The sun is going to move behind the clouds. It's going to get chilly at certain points. You're going to be glad to have that hoodie, glad to have that blanket. You're going to get sleepy at certain points. You might get overstimulated and you might get sleepy and you might need to take a nap. And I need you to be ready to take a nap at any moment. You're not going to be able to go all the way back home during this time. You might not be able to find the fullness of your comfort zone during this time. You are out for the day, just like when you're out at the beach for the day. You don't go all the way back home at noon because you forgot, your swim gear, your snorkel stuff. You make do with what you have with you because you're out for the day. I want you to consider for the next week or 2 weeks, you are out for the day. Keep this image in your mind. And every day, you're going to find something else that you need to pack in your spiritual bag. Every day, you're going to realize something else might help you feel more prepared for a need of yours that just might arise. And every day, you're going to realize that there are things that you're not using anymore, things that you don't need in the same way that you used to. And I encourage you, gift those things to somebody else at the beach on this journey, or leave them at the beach as your offering to nature, but maybe put a little sign on it that says free so someone else can use it and it can meet their needs so that, we don't just end up cluttering our space even more, our world even more. This is going to be a very interesting time. Everything that you're seeing and you're feeling will likely be a reflection of what's going on in your inner world. So if you're feeling like there's all these synchronicities and everybody is just so kind to you, baby, it is a reflection of what is going on inside. If you're feeling like the world is shit, everything is on fire, people are the meanest people they've ever been, it is a reflection of what is going on inside. It might feel like you're dreaming, honestly, as you move through the world. And there's a lot of symbolism that's coming up as you live your daily life. Try your best not to project onto other people, and instead see them as key players and messengers that are here to give you information that your soul needs, just to make sense of and to move through this time that you're in. Treat this time like a dream and an adventure day at the beach. You're going to need your bag fully packed. You're going to need your snacks fully stocked. You're going to need your phone fully charged. These are the ways that you can prepare. But beyond that, you're just going to take it moment by moment, and your body and your emotions are going to come up moment by moment to show you what you need next. No way to do this perfectly. Don't let that Virgo energy, the shadow side of Virgo energy, seduce you into perfection. We are flowing with this Pisces lunar eclipse full moon. And we're flowing and we're reflecting, and we're using that Virgo energy to refine what we're discovering. We're using that Virgo energy to say, okay, I did X, Y, and Z today, and I'm realizing that tomorrow or the next day, I would also like to add Y or W. I forgot the alphabet for a second, but you're with me, right? You got it. So we're going to pause this reading here. I know that this was supportive to you. You'll come back to this. I sense that you'll come back to this throughout this time, just for another little tidbit, just for another piece of encouragement, just to hear someone say, you're feeling a lot and I see you and it is okay. Your feelings have wisdom. Your feelings are offering you so much insight, and you're also releasing a lot from the past, things that you couldn't even speak when you were a kid. So if you're having tantrums, if you're breaking down, if you're having anxiety attacks, if you're feeling like harming yourself or harming other people, because that is also possible, try to take a moment, try to be with yourself, close your eyes for a moment, try to get back to center, or at least try to locate where you are and where the feeling is. If you can locate that, you're okay. If you can go to nature and just be in nature for a bit, you will be okay. If you can journal about it, meditate on it, or talk about it with someone that you trust, you will be okay. Just step at a time, day by day, and check in with that spiritual bag for the needs that you have that need to be met and that you can try to support yourself through at this time. All right, I'm sending you so much love. So much love. And I will be with you in this process. There will still be videos coming out. But some of this journey you got to do on your own. And know that I'm with you, witnessing you, sending you good energy in the process. I know that you can get through this time. I know that you can. All right. I believe in you.